Weather from where you live.
All right, marginal risk of severe weather for tonight for a couple isolated severe storms. Again, we're going to keep that going until about 3 o'clock in the morning. Notice the green color here on the map for an isolated severe gust or a little bit of hail coming out of a couple of storms around. There are two areas to watch. One are these storms we've had up to the north, kind of right here on our northern fringe, a few storms. We've had this massive cluster of storms near St. Louis. These storms have gotten so high in the atmosphere, what they've done is produce what we call a gravity wave. It's basically like if you had your hand underwater and you poked it above the water real quick, the ripples from the water surge outward. So we've poked through into the tropopause, the warm stable layer above the troposphere, or our lower atmosphere where the weather occurs, and that wave is propagating outward. You can almost see it kind of propagating outward here with the clouds. So that little gravity wave and what is still pretty unstable air mass outside, it's still pretty juicy, may pop a few storms down here. So a few storms in the north, and then a few storms could pop down here towards Lafayette, Crawfordsville, maybe Fowler, maybe Attica, but the key word here is scattered. But right now we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Pulaski County. These are the only storms in our area right as we speak. Right there it is. You can see the orange. There's the core near Radioville right now, moving towards Medaryville, and the warning goes, you can see over my shoulder here, until 11:30, very slowly working down Highway 421 off to the south. You see, it's very interesting to watch these, how they built up and they dropped out their downbursts and their hail, and now you can see those cores kind of coming out, and now they're starting to collapse. So there's signs that the storm is beginning to weaken just a little bit, but you can see this bright pink here and bright pink here. Those are the two wind cores, gusts 60 miles an hour, coming out of the storm and gusting out. And you can see not as much of a wind signature on the storm now. They're pretty intense at several scans ago, but not so much now. And notice the hail size is getting a little bit smaller too. May still have some dime-size hailstones north of Medaryville as this drops to the south. These should be towards Medaryville, I would say, in about 5 minutes. Francisville in about 15 minutes. 81 right now, Lafayette. It's still 80 at Winamac and 79 at Attica, and it's still juicy. Dew points running in the low 70s. We're headed for lows tonight with a couple storms around, down to 73 degrees. There are a couple storms right through 3 a.m. Couple storms may form down here too. Again, isolated severe to 3 a.m. Then tomorrow we're fine until we get some storms later on in the day towards evening. And then a line of storms comes in tomorrow night. And with that line of storms coming through tomorrow night, the risk of severe weather, it's enhanced risk. Northwest counties, slight risk. Lafayette, Logansport. Main threat would be wind. Few storms 5 to 9 p.m. and then midnight to 5 a.m. with the main line coming through. 7-day forecast looks like this. 83 is normal. We'll be at 95 tomorrow. Heat index near 100, but much cooler 77 Tuesday before we heat back up with severe weather risk and storms by next weekend.